Well, the law minister has been very articulate in his goalposts. I admire him for it. I'm glad he said that law must change and we must have reform. But I'm so happy to see that he wants to be engaged in reform, not simply as some sort of a soft dialogical process, but a process of discussion, confrontation. And I'm very happy that that's happening, and it should happen. In a democracy, it must happen. And both the Attorney General and I feel very strongly that we're holding public offices. These are offices which are founded on public trust. But as I said, it's not popular trust. It's not trust in the populist sense, but it is. We are conscious that these are important positions where the purity of our action is very essential. We do not give opinions for expediency at all. I mean, that's the bottom line. There's nothing like the word expedient for us. For us, the word is what is right. And we also, sometimes, if we have a little bit of doubt, we always cross-check, to make sure that, yes, we put our heads even sometimes together. It's been absolutely fabulous. And he's a wonderful person. I have his blessings. I'm sure will take me where I should go. That is as simple as that.
So currently the Solicitor General and the Bar Council of India Chairman are in the same body. What synergies does each office bring to the other? What advantages?
Well, as a member of the Bar Council, I'm really an ex officio member. I'm not an elected member, but when members themselves decided to elect me as chairman, I thought for a quick moment whether should I, it's an additional responsibility. It involves a lot of work, again, lots of investment of energy. I consulted the Attorney General, and he said, no, you have to take this responsibility. It is an honor, and it is also an honor for the office of the Solicitor General and the Attorney General. It's an honor to the Attorney General because in a certain way I reflect his honor too. It is also an honor to the office of the Solicitor General because in the past we have had only law officers, the Attorney General as the chairman of the Bar Council on many occasions. So after 1978, it's the first time again a law officer has become the chairman of the Bar Council. So the synergy is as chairman Bar Council, I do not try to carry out any shall I say any unacceptable agenda of the government. No. I am actually then only the leader of the bar, protecting the bar, protecting the Bar Council, protecting the constituents of the statutory authority. But when I find that reform, which is on the government's agenda, may actually get better served or accelerated with the help of a truly representative body of advocates, it's wonderful. And for me, this position gives me space to be able to advocate change. Advocate change doesn't mean exhumation or the disbandment of the Indian lawyer. No, it is the strengthening of the Indian lawyer which is my great concern. My colleague who is in the district, who may be in the Supreme Court, who may be in the wildest reaches of this country, who is still delivering to a consumer of justice. How do we strengthen him? How do we make him more efficient? And how do we bring back, shall I say, the work which has gone away from the Indian turf? We have to enhance our abilities, not abilities, I mean in terms of outputs. I'm not talking of innate abilities, but I'm talking of professional abilities. When they have to be manifest in performance, I want to bring back that work so that there is a balance, there's a level playing field. And there is also the ability then for the lawyer to look at the duality of his existence, one of course to sustain himself and the other to serve. They both have to subsidize each other. In the Indian conditions, it works only that way. By and large, it works that way.
So the three things that have been most visibly at the top of the Bar Council of India agenda ever since you took office, sir, have been: one, reform in legal education; second is the bar exam; and the third is continuing legal education. Could you please let us know a little more about what the Bar Council of India is thinking on each of these areas?
The Bar Council of India is concerned that there has to be a very, very introspective approach. The first is, we need to have a law exam because we need to have an entry point where you filter the basic skills and knowledge of an entrant to the legal profession. It has been widely welcomed, and we are going to do it in an absolutely transparent manner and hopefully successfully achieve that goalpost. And we're going to see that all the material for that examination will be all available on the website of the Bar Council. So we're working against very, very tough timelines to see that all this electronic and hardware installation and all this is done as quickly as possible. The second is that we are also going to have objective criteria for legal education. That is, law colleges must have proper curriculum, proper teachers, and we're going to have a multi-point shall I say, formula, which has to be satisfied by each law college. It has to be compliant with that. One of the important components of that compliance is that the law teacher has to be paid not less than the UGC pay scale. You cannot have good legal education paying law teachers 5,000 rupees on a contract pay. It's atrocious. And therefore, I had given a report as a chairman of a 3-member committee, accepted by the Supreme Court, accepted by the Bar Council. Then we've created a National Legal Knowledge Council. And today we want to see that all law colleges have to live up to this standard. Of course, there will be some colleges where they will not be able to afford to pay. We'll have to work out what structuring or restructuring will have to be done in relation to those colleges. But it's a very brave decision for the Bar Council to decide that yes, we're going to give a cut-off date, something like 30th June 2011, by which time you have to be compliant, and if you're not going to, if you're not likely to be compliant, we're going to advise institutions not to admit students, because you have to be compliant with parameters at some point of time. This is, I think, a very major step. The third major step which we're going to do is curriculum help in curriculum designing. And in the course of this two-day symposium, seminar, the national consultation which we had, we've had great many inputs on what should really go into a curriculum. It's been fascinating to hear young legal academics charged with energy and willing to help the Bar Council. The law firms are willing to help the Bar Council. The legal community is willing to help the Bar Council. Lawyers from the rural areas are wanting to help the Bar Council. So it's a very, very strong mandate for push. It's a mandate for change. This requires, of course, a lot of time, a lot of energy, and I'll do my best to see that the best possible attention is given to it. And we work as a community of lawyers, not disparate associations and bodies at conflict with each other. No. Our purpose is to be different. If we have to change, the purpose is to be more fundamental. The change is to be an inward change. It's got to be, we've got to use more rational parameters within our professional conduct in terms of efficiency, shall I say, simplicity and directness of purpose. We want to achieve that. That's our goalpost. And if we do that, the levels of competence will arise, even of the lawyers who are in the far-flung areas, and slowly the work will start reconverging. And it's a fairly ambitious project, but I'm very happy to see that the academic community has endorsed it. The Honourable Minister endorsed it with such feeling and emotion. The Attorney General, of course, I've told you, he is an architect of my success. So there you are, and I think we want to take it forward.